Hello
and welcome back to our first proper video. I hope everyone is okay. Oh my god.
For fuck's sake.
That went so well. Hello and welcome to our first proper video. We hope you guys are all okay during the third lockdown. We are
Pretty good.
doing all right. Hopefully this video is going to make you all laugh, maybe cry a bit.
Bit of comic relief.
Yeah.
If anything.
Hopefully.
We wanted firstly to thank everyone who's been so receptive and so kind to us in creating this channel. It's something we're completely new to. We don't know whether anyone's going to like it, but it certainly seems at the moment that a lot of our friends seem to like it, even though we haven't actually done anything yet. This is why we've got a whole selection of ingredients in front of us, because this is a cookery channel. It's also a drinking channel. So thank you so much for all the support. We're now on Instagram, YouTube, Food Tribe. We've got a Twitter account as well.
We do have a Twitter account, yeah.
Not sure what she was thinking there.
Right, onto the dish that we are making today. We are making spaghetti bolognese, which is an absolute classic in my opinion. Everyone should know how to cook a spaghetti bolognese. It uses a lot of your leftovers. You can throw a lot into it that you might just have lying around in the fridge that people might not realise. And it's so easy to make. It is so easy. It was one of the first dishes that we cooked in the second lockdown.
Which one are we on now?
3. So some top tips for bolognese. Number 1, you can freeze bolognese. So this is really good if you're a uni student or if you live by yourself. You can buy all the ingredients, make a really large bulk of it, because everyone knows it is easier to cook in bulk. It is so hard to cook for one person. If you're just doing like pasta madonna pesto, it's so hard to cook for just one person. So by doing this, by making a big bulk of bolognese, you can just freeze it and take it out whenever you want. You can put it into little containers if you want to. Personally, can't be dealing with all that. Just shove it in and just I nail it off with a spoon, try and when it's frozen. Everyone's with me? Cool. Another top tip is that it uses a lot of your leftovers. So you can use any onion you like. If you have carrots from a roast dinner, you're always going to have garlic cloves in the cupboard. Hopefully you'll always have a form of pasta. Onto the wine.
Arguably the most important aspect of any meal is the drink you put with it. We have opted to pair this spaghetti bolognese with all the things you can see here. We're going to go through those a bit later. We've decided to pair it with Arabella. It's a South African red wine, and it's a Cabernet Sauvignon from this year. We did a bit of research into this, and they say that you should drink the Arabella in the year it's made, from what investigation I did, which wasn't just drinking it. So I've actually done some reading for once. So as you can see, Charlotte has put the wine out of arm's reach for me, so I can't drink it. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon. It's called Arabella, and it's from South Africa. It's a plummy, full-bodied red, and it goes with pretty much anything from the reading I've done. But obviously, full-bodied reds tend, as far as I understand, go more with meatier dishes and kind of heavier dishes. I would say rich, heavy dishes. Not necessarily heavy. I shouldn't say heavy, but rich, as Charlotte again rightly points out. So we've got mincemeat, some button mushrooms, spaghetti. You're going to need some of that, tomato puree, a can of chopped tomatoes, red and white onion, take your pick, celery, carrots, and also garlic. So all in all, the price of what you can see here, apart from the ketchup, because that's something you might already have in your home, hopefully, if you're a normal, sane human being, is £5.32. So we didn't quite make good on our promise to do meals for just under £5, but as you can see, we're not going to use all of the carrots, so realistically the money saved for the only probably 1 or 2, maybe 3 carrots we use would bring it back down to £5, just less than. So giving you a quick breakdown of things here, over to the hob, where hopefully I don't set fire to everything. Charlotte's getting another knife. Now this is the part of the episode which you're blessed with the fact that you don't have to see my face. So as I understand, I'm actually not very good at this as I'm still learning myself. But in order to shred an onion, I'm actually doing quite well this time.
Yeah.
He says.
I didn't chop they're quite large pieces, but to be completely honest with you, if you want technique, like, go away.
Yeah, this is not about
not
technique.
about technique.
So when you've got it in largely into shredded bits here, what you can do is go through it with a slightly better knife, I'd say bigger knife, and just shred it up. I've actually, as I've started cooking, I'm now no longer cry at the sight of onions, which is fun.
And get some of those bigger pieces.
Yeah. As Charlotte rightly points out, I'm trying to get some of these bigger pieces a bit more. Oh, and now the tears are coming. Getting there eventually. But yeah, if you're looking for precision and technique,
That'll do, donkey.
this is not the channel for you.
No.
But I need to wipe my eyes. This is awful.
So, like I said, we're going to use a red onion as well. You can use whichever onion you like. This is probably an ugly piece called. There is a fun way of doing it, that you can do it where you cut and you leave a little piece whole, if that makes sense. So I'll show you what I mean. And this basically, so you cut all the way along and in and down, and then it's kind of like a spiral. It will basically kind of all spiral out, but still stay attached. Oh, might slip out the bottom though if you're not careful. And then basically it's just a bit better at doing that. And then I just flip it over and just chop from there, to be honest with you, then go back the way I came. And that I'll just, I don't know what it is, but it's really helpful. Onions. Done. Next, we're going to move on to, we get a smaller knife for this probably, to our mushrooms. And like I said, really, really, really finely entire thing. Again, wouldn't recommend eating it. And what you're going to do is cut teeny tiny little smiley pieces. Another thing that we're not going to give you, unless it's vitally important, is portion sizes, like the amount of something. Because to be honest with you, most of the time I wing it, unless I'm following an absolute recipe, and most of the time I'm not following a recipe, just bung it in.
Flavour is fluid. Can't have too much of it.
Flavour is fluid.
Especially garlic.
I love that. Flavour is fluid.
Speaking of fluid flavour as well, I've just opened this bottle of Arabella, which we've introduced probably about 48 times now. But I'm letting it breathe, and we're going to pour a glass of it. Actually, I'm going to pour a glass of it now. We did do a take before this, but I chopped my head off, so hopefully I'm still in the shot. We're not very good at the cooking or the filming at the minute, but we're going to learn.
And it's been left to breathe for a little bit. I would say you can always buy a cheap bottle of red as well. Open it, have a glass of it, then leave it. Then the day after, it's usually sometimes a bit nicer.
Let's try some, madam.
Okay, go on then.
Pop it in the comments section below in which order you're meant to do this in. I do believe
it's very purpley.
Swill, sniff.
Swill, sniff, isn't it? These glasses are not big
Swill,
enough.
yeah.
We're at home. These glasses. Sorry,
Swill,
Mum
sniff,
and Dad.
and then taste. Obviously.
Oh my god, that's really yummy.
Yummy?
I haven't had this wine in a really long time.
Out of 10, what would you give it? Comparing it, obviously this is the first one we're filming.
It's quite a full, but like we said earlier, it definitely is full-bodied. Like, it's definitely full-bodied. I would probably give it an 8, to be honest. 7, a 7.
Okay.
I'd give it a 7. I've tasted nicer wines, but the nicer wines that I've tasted have usually been really expensive. So for what it's worth, definitely a 7 or an 8.
Excellent. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bit early for some of us.
I have a hangover, so this is going to go down well.
What were we on, red or white?
Last night?
Red.
Both. We had a
White
bottle
anyway.
of, yeah, I honestly don't, I felt so ill. Okay, we're gonna
just pop to the
come
hob.
back, can I do?
Oh shit, oh we need
We
to
can do it one more
sign
time. So we are just gonna
off. Pop to the hob.
pop to the hob. See you in a minute. Love it. You wanna do this?
Yep. Drizzle of olive oil in the pan.
A drizzle, I was gonna say a glug.
Okay. Well, I don't want to. We can.
We had this issue with our last bottle of olive oil. What's going on? No loo roll in the supermarkets and now faulty olive oils?
Can't do it.
Do you want to tell me again?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't. Oh, it's only the top bit. Right, let's.
Great start,
We're
pal.
doing pretty well, aren't we?
Okay, a
Right.
glug, please.
Okay, so a drizzle of olive oil in the pan. So
Fabulous.
that's a sufficiently glugged glug.
And you're going to put it on a low heat to saute your onions.
Right, so onions, red and white, in the
Not
pan.
completely necessary though. You don't have to do it like that.
No, we just thought we'd add a bit of spice to that. Right. And what you want to do is you want to basically get them going on a light, low heat even, not light heat, you idiot. Just to soften them up a little bit. And this will act as the base of what you're going to be doing in the pan. I hope you can all see me, even though Charlotte is stood directly in front of me, but that's fine.
You're taller than me, Ian.
I'll do this. This is easy stuff. The fans want to see me stirring things.
Okay, so we're going to saute our onions basically.
Make sure you get them off the sides so they don't burn. That's something I've learned rather expediently through Charlotte's kind of premiership, I guess, as the head tutorial chef for me. Should I just stop talking? Put it in the comment section below. Should I stop talking indefinitely? Yeah, make sure the olive oil gets on all of the onions, just so it is evenly coated in the olive oily goodness. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Good night. We've got a light sizzle going on there. Just keep them going so they don't burn either. If you've got them on a low enough heat, then they shouldn't, but just keep them going.
While this is all going on, what I'm going to do, I've got to lean down to actually get in the shot. What I'm going to do, while Charlotte is caretakering the pan with our onions sizzling in the olive oil, I think I'm going to take some initiative and peel the carrots.
You can just grate them straight from if you want. But
Just
nice
grate them.
initiative.
See, I try doing something good, and then Charlotte normally says, "Well, actually,
Give them a
no."
wash, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
peel them to grate them. I mean, you can. Yeah, he can.
Yeah, you know what? I will. I feel like a farmer.
Why would you buy
Washing,
them?
I'm washing my carrots that I bought from the supermarket.
The reason I'm not adding the mushrooms quite quickly is because they get quite floppy. Great word, that. Floppy.
Yes. And the one thing you need to watch out for when making a spaghetti bolognese is a floppy mushroom. Don't worry.
Oh, I forgot to mention, sorry viewers, you need quite a large pan. A wok would do, if you have a wok, some sort of deep pan, because you're going to let it, you're going to add liquid to it. You may add some vegetable stock, but the liquid from these tomatoes, you might add some liquid if it's not liquidy enough. So you're you're going to leave it as well for about 45 minutes to an hour to really give the mincemeat its flavour. So when we get to that bit, like obviously I'll explain then, but the reason obviously you need a big pan is because it's got a whole liquid. I hope I explained that well. Okay, so while Carl is grating some carrot, you can also obviously chop your carrots in. I'm going to add my celery because celery is quite hard. I'm also going to add my mincemeat. Bunging in thing. And then I'm going to remember to peel the paper off. Because by God do I forget sometimes. Put that over there. Cool, so we're just going to brown our meat now. Again, on a really low heat. Because we don't want anything to burn. This is technique.
Probably can't see this, but the meat is starting to brown slightly, which is what we want. It obviously looks a bit more cooked.
Do you find cooking mincemeat better than... I'm happier to cook mincemeat than I am to cook chicken.
Oh yeah, of course.
I think it's because I don't like cooking chicken. I don't like touching it.
Yeah, I've got to say we both kind of share a semi-phobia of just handling chicken.
I'm sure other people do. Like, we're not vegetarians. We eat vegetarian food, we eat vegan food, but like... Yeah, I don't know.
Fold this in, or mix it in, or stir it in, whatever you like to say. Whatever terms you have in your household. Oh, we're losing a bit more. What I have learned in the very limited amount of time I've been cooking for is I'm quite slapdash. I think cooking is not a science, it's an art. So if you do spill a few bits over the side of the pan, it doesn't matter. Cooking's not meant to be clean and tidy and, you know, you're making food at the end of the day.
You sound like James May. We are now basically going to leave this
to stew and bubble.
On a really low heat to stew and bubble with a lid on. So, I'm going to recommend that... Is it hot already?
No. I just thought it was. I don't do very well with hot things.
No, I'm going to leave this for about half an hour and then I'm going to check it again. Because or maybe every 10-15 minutes, come and give it a stir so it doesn't burn on the bottom, basically. But I'd leave it for as long as you can. But yes, like I said, leave that for 45 minutes. Come and check it every now and again to give it a stir. I'd probably put your pasta in around 15 minutes beforehand. Honestly,
yeah, if you guys have any suggestions or if you like to put a twist in any of your bolognese, do let us know. Comment below and like and subscribe, depending on what platform you're on. I don't even know which platform you can do what.
Thank you for watching our first video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, then please don't hesitate to ask in the comments below or on our social media. And we'll see you very soon.
Bye!
Bye!
I wasn't even in the shot.
3, 2, 1.